Let's solve some problem from exercise 4.1, the lesson quadratic equation. This is the second problem. Represent the following situation in the form of quadratic equations. We don't need to find the answers, we just need to represent the situation in the form of quadratic equations only. The first problem is, the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. So we need to find you don't need to find length and breadth. You just represent the situation as a quadratic equation. Let's start. So let the breadth be x and the length be. So length is given, they given one hint, which is the length is one more than twice its breadth, which means, so we can write twice of breadth plus 1 more than twice of its breadth, so which is 2x plus 1. In the next step, I am going to use the area of rectangle formula, which is length into breadth. So here we have length is, so area of rectangle is given 528 and length is 2x plus 1 into x. Let's multiply inside, 2x square then plus x. So 528 here. When we write it into the standard format of quadratic equation, minus 528 equals 0. This is the second problem. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. First, let's assume two consecutive integers or x comma x plus 1. So how I take x and x plus 1? You can take any one number which is 6. The next number must be plus 1, which is 7. So these are the two consecutive integers. Since we don't know the numbers, I just take as x and x plus 1. So as per the question, the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306, which means the product of two consecutive integers, which is x into x plus 1, equals 306. So x square plus x equals 306. X square plus x minus 306 equals 0. This is what our required quadratic equations for this problem. So this is the third problem. So Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in years 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. Let Rohan age be x, because Rohan age is smaller than his mother. So I take Rohan age as x and the mother's age. Since the hint is given, Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So she must be x plus 26. So in the second condition, the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. So we need to find the ages of both of their ages after 3 years. So after 3 years, Rohan age will become x plus 3 and mother's age also will become x plus 26 plus 3. So as per the problem, the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. So the product of their ages after 3 years, which is Rohan age into mother age. So x plus 3 into x plus 26 plus 3. This is the product of their two ages, which is given 360. Let's multiply 1 by 1, x into x square and this and this. So x square plus 26x plus 3x. The next step, I am going to multiply 3 into x, 3 into 26 and 3 into 3, which gives me 3x plus 26 into 3, which is 78 plus 3 3s are 9, equal 360. Then x square plus 26x and 3x plus 3x. So totally 35x plus 78 plus 9, 87 equals 360. 273 equals 0. Let's try the fourth problem. A train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. Let's assume the speed of the train as x and the time to traverse the distance we know that the speed formula, speed into time equals distance. This is the distance formula. So from this formula, if you want to calculate the time, t equals d distance by speed. So with this formula, we can write the time to traverse the distance of 480 km is, the distance is 480 km and this speed is, we already assumed the speed as x. So 480 by x. This is what time to traverse this distance. Let's move on to the second scenario. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. If the speed reduces, the time taken to reach one particular place will increase. The same concept here. If the speed reduces to 8 km per hour, then 3 hours, it will take 3 hours extra to reach the same distance, the 480 kilometers. This same distance, to achieve the same distance, to reach the same distance, it will take 3 hours extra if the speed is reduced to 8 km. So in the second condition, the time, the speed, the first speed of the train will reduce to x minus 8 kilometer per hour. And it is also given that the train will take 3 hours extra to travel the same distance. So the time taken to travel same distance is 480 by x plus 3 hours extra. I just add plus 3 with this term. We already know that the formula speed into time equals distance. So I am going to substitute the speed and time value here and the distance value also. Now the speed is x minus 8 and the time is 480 by x plus 3, which is equal, the distance is 480. So if you take LCM here, the x is the common, x is the LCM, so 480 plus 3x equals 480. Let's multiply inside this way, x into 480 and x into 3x. No need to take LCM, it will take long calculation. We can multiply from this step itself. So which is x into 480. So 480x divided by x, and the next step plus 3x. I just do it this way, first this one then this one, and minus next this one, minus 8 into 480 gives me 3840 divided by x. This I consider this as a whole term, and next minus 24, minus 8 into 3 equals 480. Here let's cancel x and 480 also 480. If you bring it to this side, it will become 480 minus 480, definitely going to be 0. So I cut it from, so in this step itself. So the remaining is 3x minus 3840 divided by x minus 24 equals 0. Let's take LCM for these three terms, which is x. So 3x square minus 3840 as it is minus 24x equals 0. I just multiply by x here and this term also. The next step, let's take 3 as a common number. So x square minus, if you take 3 out from this step, so this step, if you take 3 out, so this term will become 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6, 8 3s are 24, 0 minus 8x, 8 3s are 24, the whole divided by x equals 0. So this our equation is 3 by x into x square minus 1280 minus 8x equals 0. So keep this quadratic equation here. So if you bring the 3 by x to the other side, it will become 0. So now this is what our quadratic equation. I rearrange this, x square minus 8x minus 1280 equals 0. This is what our quadratic equations for this problem.